The essential feature and the marvel of fear is that it creates a world of its own, a subjective world filled with images and beliefs which reflect our own deepest anxieties and insecurities. This quote comes from German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche from his book Beyond Good and Evil. It was Nietzsche's belief that fear can create a subjective world disconnected from reality. When we are afraid, our perceptions can become distorted, and our thoughts and beliefs can be driven by our anxieties and insecurities. This means that the world we see and the way we interpret events can be different from what is actually happening, and we may react in ways that are not rational or logical. Our brains have multiple barriers preventing us from reaching conclusions which are objectively true. Emotions can make this even more difficult, and fear is among the worst of them. To illustrate the dangers of this, we have many unfortunate examples throughout history in which those in positions of power and authority used fear against their own populations to control them, unjustly and with terrible results for all of society. Yet fear, when moderated and not allowed to control us, might have some reasonable benefits. Fear is a natural human response to perceived threats or danger, and it can be used to motivate people to take action and prepare for potential hazards. In some cases, fear-based messaging may even be intended to raise awareness and encourage people to take steps to protect themselves and others. Whenever there's a natural disaster, hurricane, earthquake, flooding, raging fires, the authorities will generally issue an alert or warning, and some may see this as fear-based messaging. However, it also serves a very reasonable and practical purpose.
Hey, stupid. You need to go elsewhere for a while or you might die.
So at times of actual danger, fear is an important and necessary emotion, but that's not what we're discussing here. This video concerns those times when fear takes hold of us, controls us, and results in bad outcomes. This includes the abuse of fear tactics and unjust manipulation of others, when fear is definitely the enemy. Many people on some level experience a fear of failure. This can prevent us from trying new things, taking risks, and pursuing our dreams. This can often lead to missed opportunities and a lack of personal growth. And fear of rejection is another common fear, and it can prevent us from forming meaningful relationships or pursuing romantic interests. And fear of change, or fear of the unknown. These fears might prevent us from exploring new ideas and experiences, which might result in a lack of curiosity and a narrow worldview. And finally, one of the biggest fears we all face, the one there is no escaping from, fear of death. But guess what? We're all gonna die. It's on our schedule of future appointments. But if we spend our time worrying about this, well, this fear could actually prevent us from fully living our lives and even result in a lack of engagement with the world. Now, those are the most common fears, and every one of us to some degree or another at one time or another has experienced them. Fear can have extremely detrimental effects on our lives and prevent us from obtaining the happiness we deserve. So how do we move forward in the face of fear? I think we might all do well to remember a bit of wisdom from Mark Twain. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the resistance to fear, the mastery of fear, and the defiance of fear. And my all-time favorite piece of wisdom, warning against the dangers of being controlled by fear, comes from American author Susie Kasem, who said, "Fear kills more dreams than failure ever will." This reminds us that our fears can be so great they prevent us from even trying to pursue our dreams. That level of fear can be paralyzing. It can stop individuals from taking risks, trying new things, or stepping outside of their comfort zones. As a result, fear can prevent individuals from achieving their full potential and living the life they truly want to live. But you're not alone. We all share these same fears and doubts. What matters is how we respond to them. In her book, The Dark Side of the Light Chasers, Debbie Ford reminds us that the only way out of the darkness is to walk through it. When we are willing to face our deepest fears and insecurities, we can move beyond them and into a place of true freedom and self-acceptance. I believe the universe does not place burdens on our shoulders that we are not capable of overcoming. Even if at times we forget to love ourselves, the love you deserve is there waiting for you. But you might be denied it should you allow the demon of fear to control and cast its long dark shadows over you. Now, I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope you find your strength to continue through the hard times so you can fully experience the joy of the good parts of life. Thank you very much.